Good morning and welcome to a brand new week, and I'm sure that I speak for everyone when I say that it's going to be the best week that we experienced this year. She doesn't agree.
No, I don't. Absolutely not. But then again, what makes Mondays really great is the fact that it's the opportunity for new beginnings. And of course, that time of the week where we hit the ground running.
Absolutely. Thank God it's Monday is what everybody should be saying. And if you're like the rest of us, hey, you're putting in finishing touches to your year 2023.
Yeah.
And this often includes maybe reconsiliations, recalibrations, and reconnections.
Or just simply bedroom. That would work too.
Yeah, that brings people together, doesn't it?
Of course, absolutely. The rest of the year should be for family and friends, a chance for all to look back and, of course, count the blessings of the past year, as it definitely rounds up slowly but surely.
Absolutely. And I'm sure that we might just make that list for one of your blessings for the year when you're counting. But no matter how challenging last week was, hey, we are here to kickstart your Monday with an explosion of happiness, good feeling, good vibes, plenty of cheer to go around until December 30th, 31st. 30 days at December.
Hey, wow. Anyways, welcome to the undefeated champion of breakfast television on Nigerian, African, and the world television.
Okay.
If I say so myself, Wake Up Nigeria.
If you don't blow your horn, who's going to blow it for you? So
Nobody.
feel free, make sure that you do that. Good morning. My name is Mazino Appeal.
My name is Winfrey Agbele Shea, and together we are your starter back for Monday morning.
Absolutely, every single time. Now, don't forget to use the hashtag WakeupNigeria on TVC across all the social media platforms. And we love to hear from you guys. So when you do, we always read them. Trust us, we always want you guys to be a part of the journey.
Of course, tune in live through our mobile app available for you to download on both the Android and the Google Play Store.
And for the wonderful people who perhaps maybe are outside the country or moving about, who can't see us on channel 16 on GOTV or UHF 49, well, that app is very, very available. Just download it, iOS or Apple.
Apple.
Google Play Store. Google Play Store.
I just said it, guy.
And then make sure you're using all the handles across the social media platforms at TVC Connect, where you can be a part of a positive community that brings you joy, unforgettable moments, and everything that you need. Especially, let's always remind them that we've got great content on YouTube where you guys can smash that notification button and make sure that you follow through with everything. You get notified each time we put something up on YouTube.
Of course. Now today we have a packed show we've curated and created just for you. Now tell them what we have for today.
Very interesting morning coming your way here. Wake Up Nigeria. You are welcome. Titi, good to see you. I can't help but just notice that you ladies and your shoe game. I wish we had a shoe cam. Wow. Could show what she's got pearls on, and she's got how many animals had to die for that? That's beautiful. Wow, it's nice. I like. Anyhow, how's your weekend? What happened for you guys?
I was just gonna say the studio is looking amazing.
It's brighter, definitely.
Yeah, loads of decorations and everything around. I love it. Christmas has finally come to Wake Up Nigeria.
Oh well, I guess it has. Makes you remember all those memories from when you were a kid of, especially people who always travel back home during this period.
Yeah.
I don't have many of those memories because I never got to celebrate, but I do understand that nostalgic feeling that people always look forward to when it comes to the end of the year, going back home, going back to the basics. You know, that kind of
no,
thing.
so going back to the villa, going to the village. So there was actually a post online about it, and people were commenting about how they all their cousins would sit around one particular bowl of rice, and all of them had to eat together, going for mass in the morning, everybody rushing home to that smell of chicken.
Do you still have that culture, though? Do you think people do?
I think some people...
That's the new generation. You guys have that culture.
Let me start by saying you don't look bad yourself, Liz,
Oh, well.
Yeah. He was waiting for it. You didn't feel it? Anyways, yes, I know people that would rather die and not go home. For Christmas, and irrespective of the security situation, irrespective of the price of things and all of that, people have to travel. Like, it's a culture, something
it's a part of their lives.
The part of their lives. I mean, over the weekend, I happened to be in the East.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I saw a couple of pictures. What was it, a wedding or something?
So, yeah, it was a famous wedding that made it all...
Very important wedding.
Very important wedding, yeah. Certain billionaire. Thank you.
Certain billionaire.
And if I say this...
And a certain Miss...
Yeah, of course. Miss Universe Nigeria, Ugochi Hayes. Yeah, we had her here. Yeah.
Oh, you were there?
Yeah, I was there.
Did they give you, like...
Oh, you have no idea.
Wow.
Anyways, speaking about that, so we're talking about the East, right? I mean, it's interesting how people are already moving and streaming in for Christmas. And of course, I mean, the gyration has already started. It's the East now, trust them. And all of that. And I love the fact, I mean, you see that culture that come together of like family to celebrate Christmas. I mean, it's beautiful. I have memories of traveling. No. I have memories of retreats, actually. Childhood deeper life retreats.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. So tell you guys, well, maybe you should put together your own nostalgic moments, and then maybe let's have it on Facebook where we are already on live. So leave it there. Use the hashtag WakeupNigeria on TVC across every platform if you want to leave it there. We're live on X, by the way, just in case you need an alternative to see us live
X.
right now.
Yeah, we're live
on X. You don't know what that is? No, it's not your past boyfriend. It's Twitter, former Twitter. Yeah. Let's do the weather now. When we get back, it's on with the show. Welcome. It's time for the news for the start of the week, Monday. My name is Mazino Appeal. Now we begin in the nation's capital, where the 64th ordinary session of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of States and Government held, with President Bola Tinubu calling on the West African leaders to prioritize good governance and collective prosperity, and an essential tool to prevent military takeovers of power and also unconstitutional change of government in the region. Meanwhile, at the end of the session, ECOWAS Authority of Heads of States and Government have instructed the ECOWAS Commission to intensify consultations with member states in order to finalize a draft revised supplementary protocol on democracy and good governance in the region. TVC's Foreign Affairs correspondent Moya Thomas reports.
The 64th ordinary session of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government has opened in Abuja, with 6 presidents in attendance. Others were represented, including Niger, that had a former prime minister in attendance. ECOWAS at the opening session acknowledged the many challenges of the region, but reiterates its zero tolerance for unconstitutional change of government.
While the imposition of punitive sanctions may pose challenges, it is important to underscore that the struggle to protect the fundamental liberties of our community, citizens, must be upheld and respected.
We have maintained our firm stance on zero tolerance to unconstitutional change of government in our community. Despite pressures from different quarters, we have kept up with your decision on the Republic of Niger and engage on the terms that you set out for us.
President Bola Tinubu urged presidents of the region to prioritize good governance for the people, as it is the catalyst for development and an opportunity to tackle the root causes of military intervention. He also called for increased humanitarian support
to harness the potential of our rich natural and human resources, diverse agricultural sector, and burgeoning youthful population for the prosperity of our people. Indeed, the collective market of ECOWAS member states represent huge opportunity for trade and investment to unlock the region's full economic potential.
ECOWAS recognized successful elections in the region and especially commended the sportsmanship of President George Weah with a rousing ovation.
At this stage, please give him a standing ovation.
The chairman of the region says President Weah's concession of defeat points to his commitment to democracy. Events in Sierra Leone and Guinea-Bissau were also condemned by the regional leaders, as the representatives of the United Nations expressed concerns over the situation in Niger.
It is important that first, the commitment to invest more, along with AU and ECOWAS, to promote democracy, robust response, deepening democracy, and assuring collective security. True message is that we must together intensify collaboration, coordination, consultation to address the prevalence of unconstitutional changes of government.
UNOWAS also says obstruction of education through thousands of closed schools in the region is deeply worrying. The United Nations and the African Union has expressed confidence in the leadership of ECOWAS to steer it out of its current political troubles. Moya Thomas, TVC News, Abuja.
And that's all we can take inside of the news for the start of Wake Up Nigeria. Do stay tuned. We've got more coming your way. We'll be back. For business.
Have really changed.
Yes, indeed. They have, haven't they?
They have.
Welcome. It's What's Up and About since after over the weekend. I think this is kind of like coming from off of everything that happened to certain individuals over the weekend, and we had a very interesting conversation that ensued from there. So my weekend was very interesting. I think I did a lot of emotional unpacking. And by a long shot, it's actually helped me since then because I feel so relieved. And I'm talking about 30 years of carrying baggage. Perhaps maybe even more than 30 years of carrying baggage. I'm talking about childhood traumas. And whether you have them, in fact, not whether, but I insist that we all have childhood traumas that we're dealing with that affect our interpersonal relationship with people. Now, over the weekend, I got the opportunity to speak with members of my family, and I discovered that most of my aggression, and they will tell you that I grew up a very aggressive kid, or young adult, not anymore, stems from certain things that happened to me as a kid that were left unresolved up until over the weekend.
Okay.
And I'm wondering what we are allowing our kids experience or what we are allowing them resolve or what we are letting stay unresolved that might affect them in their later years. There's so much that you don't know is the reason for why you act a certain way. There's a reason why Winfrey here is very about every that's Winfrey for you. Winfrey doesn't get involved I beg Jerry, the sun will rise tomorrow. She does, but see, listen, it's from childhood.
She has a truckload of siblings.
It's from childhood trauma.
Truckload.
I'm sure you've got a couple yourself.
So I have one sibling, right? I have a brother, but then my mom has 3 sisters, right? And you probably note that I didn't say I have 3 aunties. So there's a reason why I say my mom has 3 sisters. It's because I wish we were closer. And I've over maybe the past 5-6 years, because of my kids, I'm trying to make sure that it is the auntie thing now. But there were just some things that happened when I was a lot younger that just didn't make me feel like encouraging it.
And see how you've redirected that into your adult life, and you've kept your family, your kids in this case, away from them.
Not kept away.
Well, now you're trying to reconcile.
It's not even reconciliation.
I mean,
this is making an effort to not allow things from the past affect, at least kids' future.
But they already have.
But there's still time for change. There's still things you can change right now. That's what I'm saying.
Winfrey's like, hell with it all, I'm not changing. Aren't you?
So first of all, you think
Yeah, you've got a certain demeanor about you that is it's like I couldn't be bothered.
Really?
Yeah. She's not bothered about Nigeria, for instance. Nigeria is happening to people. Winfrey's like, I'm just sliding through life.
But I think it's very important that we note that, okay, so I think, I understand, I recognize the idea of traumas. But to be very honest, I think it is impossible for anyone to grow from being a child up to adulthood without having something that defines you. And I think most of those defining things are what we now refer to as trauma, probably when it's negative, right?
Yeah.
But then again, we are human beings, and whether we like it or not, these experiences mold us and shape us into what we are right now.
Sure.
I went to a military school, for instance, right? And then, because I was very young, at like 11, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't even know what was left to me was, but then again, I had to be strong, and I had to, and it literally I was bullied from when I was in primary school. But now,
It's the ears.
Wow.
It's the ears, it's the skin, it's the whole lot of things, you understand? And but then again, I feel we as adults are literally, as you said, fine, you unpacked a lot over the weekend, right? I think it's important that we literally get to a point where we realize, fine, you couldn't change what happened to you, right? But now you are at an age where you can change how you decide. And the first thing is self-awareness, right?
Very true.
Knowing where these things are coming from. I think I've literally identified a lot of things, especially now that I'm married. Some things that I just never bothered about. But now I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
You have to, exactly.
The funny thing, there was something you said, I'm going to come back to it when I remember, but I realized that most of these traumas, parenthood, especially parenthood, has no manual. Our parents were winging it just like we're winging it.
Exactly. Sure.
Now, most of these traumas occur when you actually, as a parent or sibling, an older sibling or try to actually say, oh, this happened to me, I'm not going to let it happen.
Yes. Aha.
Yes.
So in a very funny way, it's like an
It goes full circle.
It's never-ending trail of scatter.
So
Yeah.
that,
You
so
know, you're
that-
trying to make
You're
it
now
not
trying to
happen, but you're
overcompensate.
actually now driving toward that exact instant you're trying to avert.
So I can remember, you know, people saying, you know, my mom was a little bit more aggressive than, you know, other members of the family. But the thing is, they didn't understand why. So she had grown up in the kind of environment where she had to be. She had to be tough. She had to defend herself. You know, she had to speak up. You know, but nowadays it's, you know, it's addressed as, why can't she just be a quiet old woman, and why can't she just be tame? And but the thing is, you don't know what people have been through in their life
That's
to lead
causing
to
it.
that.
Yeah.
So for instance, myself, I wasn't really brought up in a sheltered or protected way. I was given a lot of exposure very young, meaning that I think in some ways I matured quicker than other people. So if someone is giving me a particular vibe or energy, negative energy, I just let it slide by.
Yeah, I see it.
Because
I actually see
you
do
see
that,
it,
actually,
it's
But
gone.
you let it slide by, but
Yeah.
it's still there in some dossier.
It depends.
You actually do keep it.
It
you know.
depends. I don't keep it.
Yeah, well, it's in there. It's in there.
No, it's
You go
not.
through your Rolodex of offenses
It's
people have
not.
committed. Mazino.
And the black book.
It wouldn't be a Rolodex. But then there's no malice. There's no malice. But if you keep it in, it does become malicious.
And I feel like, I mean, talking from that point of malice and keeping things in and allowing things slide by, I think it also has a lot to do with the fact that, like my mom was a Margaret Thatcher. That was her nick, right?
Yeah.
And then my dad was a military man.
So you had the right you had the right to be
And
an
then,
Iron Lady.
so there's that, and then we are now in Deeper Life Church.
Wow.
So
And then you went to military
there's no coming out of it. Do you understand?
Wow.
So to literally, as much as you see this, like a Desical, there's some, I was literally talking to a friend, chatting with a friend over the weekend, and the person was like, literally, you're a strong person. I'm like, I don't want to be strong. You understand? Like, I don't know any other way to be. But then again, I love the contrast, and I like the person it has made me be.
Which is very funny.
and all
Best
of
man
that.
asked me on Thursday as we drove home together. He said, Mazina, you're a strong... No, we're talking about strong people and the effect of life on people.
Yeah.
And I asked him, I said, do you think I'm a strong person? I suspect that his answer was going to be yes. So I said to him, no, I'm not. There are literally times here where I look like this.
Yeah.
When I'm driving home, I'm recollecting everything and I'm like really torn. You know, so in any case, it's something we all deal with.
I was gonna say for the kids now. So the kids that are growing up now in this environment,
Steady now.
they have a lot of exposure, especially online, to bullies that we know nothing about. And the truth is, you might feel you're protecting them yourself, but when they go out to school, they're
not
still
there.
you're not there. Someone in school could bring a device and they see some video or whatever, or you know, that happens. So even if you don't give them access, they might find access some other way. It's how you treat them to deal with it that's the issue. So I've started telling the kids to write letters.
To whom?
So like if my mom upset one of my daughters recently, and I was like, you know what, write how you feel down, so that if you feel you're up to it, you can show her, you can actually send her this letter and say, Grandma, this is how I felt when you told me this, and then you can have a conversation, because I needed her to get the emotions out.
Yeah, getting it out is actually very, very important.
I want to write letter to my mother.
No, I understand where you're going.
just
It's not a
saying.
Nigerian thing to do. But the thing is, at that point, I was at an event, I was on stage, I was like, you know what?
write
How
it
you feel, write it down. So that it's like, it's not as if you've kept it in, you put it somewhere.
You will write another letter.
Hey, you can write an
Acknowledging it
apology
like you
letter later, but at least you've let your mind
So,
go.
in a summary, and to round this up, acknowledging is one thing.
Yes.
I don't know whether to call it confrontation. I won't call it that.
It's just acknowledging that the
Acknowledging,
emotions are real.
but the most important is reconciliation. If that is missing, then it's still there, and
Yeah,
it has
sure.
very, very bad effects.
And
Let me just put it that way.
I want to say this in
I
this.
was rounding up, but it's okay. Go ahead, please. I'm sorry.
So I'm just going to say this.
Unpack.
I just want to say this, right? We also need to understand the fact that, fine, as much as kids are literally growing up now and we don't want them to repeat the same traumas and cycles we've been through, it's very important to know that they also need to be in some tough situation.
Yeah.
So they know going forward, when you're not there, how to handle it. It's not safe to guard them or try to protect them from everything that hurts their feelings and all of that. If not, when they step out and go into the world, people are going to hurt them. Do you understand? They need to develop a backbone.
Yeah.
And I feel that's what the sternness from my growing up has given me. Now you cannot put me anywhere.
She might look like she's soft, but she ain't fragile.
No, she's
In any
not.
case, thank you for your thoughts. Maybe you also have some opinion you want to share with us. Use the hashtag WakeupNigeria on TVC. However, I wanted to give a shout out to the efforts put in by Business Unusual. They have actually helped us put together the little, decor that you see behind us and around us. It's a very interesting body of people because it's not just here, it's all over the place, even outside and all. They've got an event coming up, I must tell, on the 6th and 7th of February here in Lagos. So we're going to give you guys the details as the show progresses, but it's going to happen from 2024, Business Unusual. They have a very interesting theme here, disrupting the norm in decor business. You didn't think it was that big? Well, it's a big deal. So we'll let you know all the information about this summit coming up in just about a bit as the show progresses. Stay tuned. We've got more coming your way inside of Wake Up Nigeria.
Yeah.
And you are welcome once again. It's time for the dailies and everything that's happening on the front pages. We've got a list of them here, but first let me introduce my partner, my co-host, my ride or die.
Aw, really?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I
don't know if that term works.
But Titi, you're welcome. Thank you very
Thank
much. All right, so together we're going to be doing the papers, I think I'm going to begin from the Punch newspaper this morning. Let's get to it then. So it's Monday, the 10th of December. Hang on a second, it's the 11th of December, my apologies, and we have this for the Punch newspaper. Dangote Refinery, diesel, jet A1 hit market, January petrol delayed. It's piecemeal crude oil supply delays PMS to others. Marketers welcome aviation fuel diesel production from January. That's good. Africa's largest refinery expects supply of 5 million barrels of crude beginning from late January. I'm going to come back and touch on that. I'm sure it's going to make a reappearance in other papers. But at the top of the Punch newspaper, external reserve fall to $520 million in 5 weeks, says the CBN. And Nigeria's revenue not enough to support, development, says IMF. And PFAs make 8 trillion naira profit from pensions investment. At the bottom for the Punch, FG spend 837 billion naira on 2,254 roads and bridges. And at the bottom, Niger ECOWAS panel to resume talks. More sanctions loom. I'm going to let you move on to the next paper because I'm sure that we're going to have different iterations of these headlines. So let's move on to what you have.
We have the Daily Times here. It says on the cover of the Daily Times, rising kidnapping, security agents battling to block replay of Jonathan-era Abuja insecurity. Tension in nation's capital, terrorists invade Kaduna community, casualties unknown, residents flee. How bandit kingpin Jan Bros followers were killed in Niger, according to NAF. It also says here, a man allegedly kills mother, sister, nabbed by police in Enugu. And at the top there, on the economy, federal government borrowing, anti-people, wasteful, unconscionable, Catholic bishops leader says here. And the story starts there on the cover and wraps up on page 4.
I will move on to The Guardian, but I just wanted to note that that's a very, very suspicious headline there. Security agents battling to block replay of Jonathan-era Abuja insecurity. I don't know what they meant by that, but that's a very interesting way to put a headline. The Guardian.
Direct.
Yeah, well, if you want to say that, it's okay. The Guardian newspaper here has this assets declaration 6 months on Tinubu's net worth unknown, CSO's kick. This on page 6, again with a chart to give you definition of the different regimes and how it's been. Up to the side, disclose how much oil Nigeria produces, exports, Serap tells NNPC, and FG secures 100 electric buses from Owando. 7 trillion naira yearly refunding worsens climate last crises, report finds, and ECOWAS team negotiates with Niger on return to civil rule. Time to reorganize and adopt state policing. This on page 12 for The Guardian. And 109 senators donate December pay to Tudumbiri drone victims. Very interesting. We'll get to that. And Nigeria lost over 15 multinationals in 3 years. There's a lot here now. Let's start this discussion. First off, let's go back to the fact that we touched on the requests for disclosure of how much oil Nigeria is producing.
Yeah.
Very interesting, especially now that we have the Dangote refinery coming online, finally, late January, they say. But note, this is not the first time we've had a timeline put together and that we've missed by not just months, but perhaps maybe even years. What effect would it have on the economy? How good would this be? I think we need all the details so we know. Accountability is what that headline was asking for. And unless we know exactly what is being produced, perhaps maybe what could come out, the potentials of it, maybe we could plan using that as a nation. The airstrike drone is still a big topic on people's lips.
Very true, very true.
Death toll has risen. Some speculate that over 150 people actually lost their lives, and the army chief coming out to beg Nigerians for forgiveness over the instance. Don't know if that is the best.
I don't think there's an alternative except to appeal to the people, but then also find a way to compensate the people and reassure them that something like that won't happen again. Because, you know, fearing for your life from bandits and insurgents is one thing.
Let's go back to accountability once again. Now, if you remember, the Army's communique was that there were 80 individuals. That's at a time when it was 120, and it's risen since then. Accountability starts from accepting exactly how many people, how many lives have been perhaps maybe lost and even ruined going forward. This was a family engagement where you have whole families.
Sure.
You know.
So in terms of numbers, whenever people put out numbers, it depends on the source of those numbers. There are, of course, journalists on ground getting their information. Then, of course, there are the military getting their own information. The sources of the information has to be clear, and who we listen to actually has to be clear, and who actually makes that declaration is important. So I'm not going to call anyone out on the numbers now.
To add to that, as much as everything you said is correct, but then again, there's also a place for the law to actually take its own course. If somebody made a mistake, let's know who it was. Let's know what the measures, the punitive measures against this person is, and let's try and say, you know, avert any of this kind of thing. It's a drone, first of all. I didn't even know we had drones as when this.
There's a lot of things we do have that
military equipment that not every nation has.
Look, this is Nigeria. We really underestimate the kind of country we live in and the actual power we have. And I actually think it's also a strategy. Being underestimated is a strategy on the part of the federal government in some cases, in my opinion.
That's your opinion. And let's just leave it there because we have to visit.
Wow.
I'm so sorry. I wish I could let you speak, but
okay, go ahead.
I'm being instructed that we must move on to the next paper to contain it inside of the time frame we have. Daily Trust newspaper real quick. Why Naira scarcity persists despite Supreme Court judgment. Queues for cash resurfaces. POS operators hike charges. This is the Daily Trust, by the way.
I actually experienced that.
I'm coming to tell you about my experience. Banks ration withdrawals, complaints of cash limits. No need to panic, says the CBN officials. Before I go deep into the paper, my experience over the weekend was visiting my sister for a family engagement, and I was actually looking for cash to get drinks.
Wow.
Because it's far off and not everybody wanted a transfer. But we were actually hunting for cash. And I'm like, oh, it's that real? Because coming from the suburbs, you're like, every POS.
Sure.
But it's nowhere.
So the whole, in effort to make everything as cashless as possible, you know, a lot more POS operators are around now. Most ATMs are functioning, but they are giving a limit as to how much cash you can withdraw. So whatever the reason is, we're obviously watching that story to see. It's a developing story as of right now, but people are asking questions. But then again, it is the period where everybody's trying to get things home for Christmas. They're trying to, you know, get money to travel. So there is a higher demand for cash right now than probably about a month or two ago.
Yeah. Before shifting to our next segment here on Wake Up Nigeria, real quick touch on this headline from the Daily Trust. After Daily Trust report, FG goes after kidney traders. Never would have thought that there was such a, ecosystem in Nigeria, but they are. Last week, a doctor was actually arrested for killing and trading somebody's organs in the East, if I'm not mistaken.
So a lot of the cases that people assume are, in quote, ritual killings are actually organ harvesting, operations and things like that.
Yeah.
And it is sad that it's getting to an alarming rate. But as it says here, federal government is going after them, and we'll be looking to more reports in this regard.
Well, that's all we have for the papers. Thank you very much for joining us. Always a pleasure to have you guys here with us. Now let's move on to where it becomes real delicious for the breakfast show. And that's inside of the kitchen where we have, well, her deliciousness herself. Winfrey looking good in all pink. Winfrey, what are we having for breakfast today?
I'm tempted to say me, but no, it's not me.
Oh, put her on a platter now.
Welcome into the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen. It's a beautiful Monday morning. And of course, we have breakfast about to be served just for you. And I have with me Chef T-Flow. How you doing, Chef?
Good morning.
Why are you looking tired? You made too much money over the weekend?
No.
No.
I'm not tired.
Yeah, not tired. Okay, great. All right, so now tell me, I see a lot of ingredients. Very yummy, right? What are we making today?
Couscous.
Couscous. All right, we have all of this going into just couscous.
Yes.
Nice. Okay, so now what? Right now, couscous can be made in several ways, right? So now, what way are we making it today? What ingredients do we need to bring that to life?
Well, this is the couscous. This is the carrots, seasoned cube. This is the chicken. I'm making couscous with the chicken. This is bell pepper. This is yellow. This is red bell pepper, onions, chili flakes. This is tomatoes. This is curry powder.
Okay.
Black pepper, salt, green pepper.
Green pepper.
So this is the chicken
onions,
and the
okay.
groundnut oil.
All right, we have some garlic right there in the corner. So
This
tell.
is chicken stock.
Chicken stock. Okay, so now how do we... I've thought about making couscous separately for some weird reason. I've never actually brought myself to make it, right? And I know this is a...
We're learning it today.
Well, learning it today, yes. And this is a nice substitute for rice, is it?
No? Semolina.
For semolina. Oh, okay. Okay, so tell me, how are we making our couscous?
I'm starting my couscous. I'm boiling the stock
Okay.
already.
I'm going to put the couscous in the bowl.
In the bowl. Adding my season.
All right. Why does it give me that baking vibe? As if we're going to bake it. Okay, so what goes in next?
This is curry powder.
Curry powder. All right. Yeah, now baking, now put all your dry ingredients. Okay.
Salt.
Okay.
Black pepper.
All right. Chili flakes.
Please.
Okay.
I'm adding my oil.
Okay, we're adding oil in there.
I'm using the oil to mix.
To mix it. Okay.
Yes. 4 tablespoons.
Okay.
So I'm mixing it together.
Is our vegetable going in there as well, or we're frying that separately?
I'm frying the vegetable
Separately. Okay. Okay. All right. Looks like it's definitely going to come out nice. Oh, and it definitely smells and looks like a very good recipe for Christmas, right? For the Christmas holidays, to make when your kids are around, if they're on holiday and things like that, right? Yeah, and a nice family recipe as well. Okay. So what are we doing next?
After mixing, I'll be adding it to the boiling stock.
Okay.
So I'll cover it for like 4 minutes.
Because we don't want to leave it on fire for too long, right?
They dry. Yes, I want it soak.
You want it to soak. Okay. So just 4 minutes is enough for it
4 to 5 minutes.
4 to 5 minutes is enough for it to get cooked and well done. So while that is on the fire,
Side.
yes. Okay, you set it aside.
Yes.
Okay. And cover it.
Yeah.
While we fry the rest of the veggies. So it's basically like making fried rice. It's one method of making. So you know how you boil your rice in the mixed stock and then fry everything and mix it together, Abby?
Yeah, but I'm not saving this.
You're not sieving it?
No.
Okay, we're just going to transfer it there. So we're allowing the couscous to absorb the meat stock so it's juicy and tasty. Love it already.
So I'm still.
Okay, let me increase the heat for you. Yeah. Okay. Add some vegetable oil right in there. What goes in next? The garlic or the onion?
The garlic.
The garlic,
No,
okay.
the onions.
Is it okay? Okay. And then the garlic. Okay, we'll allow that simmer for a bit. Definitely smells like it's going to be a delicious meal already. Tell me now, Chef Tiflo, what's your plan for Christmas? Give us some Christmas.
Christmas. My plan, I'm going.
Are you traveling?
No.
Because earlier we were talking about
I
people
think
traveling.
I'm catching my phone in Lagos.
In Lagos, Abi.
Yeah.
We're going to be outside.
Yes, not outside.
Not outside per se.
Not outside though. But I'll be around. I'm not
You'll be
traveling.
in-
'Cause
Okay.
I was born and brought up in Lagos. I don't go anywhere.
You don't go anywhere for Christmas, okay.
Yeah, traveling now.
Me, where am I traveling to?
Yourself.
Where am I traveling to? I'm enjoying myself, that is correct. But if I'm traveling, I'm not sure. Maybe here and there a little bit, but yeah, we're mostly here. But it's amazing. Thank
So
you for,
I'll be having my
yeah, for the bell peppers, right? The yellow ones,
yellow one,
and then the red ones.
red one.
What other ones do we have? We have the green ones as well, because we're making a really colorful dish. Ooh, I love it already. It looks like Christmas rice in a pot. Yay! The major Christmas colors. Oh, and it smells so good already. Definitely cannot wait to see what is going to come about.
These are my onions.
Spring onions is going in next. Okay, and of course we have some shredded chicken here. And of course, if you look at the screen, you have the recipe for this amazing dish. We have couscous and vegetable. We have couscous. We have chicken or beef stock. We have cooking oil. We have Zainab also walking by. We have meat, medium onion. We have tomatoes, red bell peppers, green peppers, carrots, spring onions, curry powder, salt, seasoning to taste, teaspoon chili flakes. Amazing. Definitely put that down so you try this recipe. Definitely a quick one for your Christmas time with your family, all right? Oh, it's looking really, really good already. I cannot wait to see what it comes to. Right now, we have to go to a quick break. So much more still coming right here on your Wake Up Nigeria. Do not shut that down. We'll be right back. Christmas.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a special Monday.
It's a very special Monday. And yeah, it actually, I think I've come to the conclusion that that Christmas smell was literally from carrots. Take it from me. Yeah. So Chef Tiflo, where are we now?
So we are done with the stir frying.
Ooh, we stir fried everything you saw here, from our red bell peppers to green bell peppers, red bell peppers. We literally, had the yellow as well. We had the tomatoes. We had, what else did we have? Chicken, shredded chicken in there. We have garlic, ginger, onions. So we're setting that aside. It smells so good. Carrots as well. In case you're just joining us, we're literally making couscous and vegetables, right? And yes, so remember we put our couscous in our meat stock. Now, Chef Flo, open that pot. Let them see what it looks like. Wow. Like literally, the couscous absorbed all of that water and it's now dry, right? So now what are we going to do with that?
I'm adding what, oil.
More, like a little oil, right?
Yes.
In the pan, just a little, right? And then we're going to transfer our couscous into the pan and literally stir fry it. Wow. Wow, amazing. I love the fact that you don't have to cook couscous like for so long, right?
Yes.
I mean, we literally have it absorb all that
enough oil.
juice. It needs enough oil.
Yeah.
Okay. Have it absorb all. How long are we going to stir fry it for?
Just like 2 minutes.
Just like 2 minutes. Okay. Oh, nice. Easy to make, straight to the point. No time wasting, because I mean, you don't want to spend all of your Christmas in the kitchen. You want to spend time with family and friends. So yes, this is definitely a perfect recipe for you to
You
make.
can also prepare it for a breakfast for the children.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. Kids will definitely like this one because there's actually even less chewing to do compared to rice or any other thing. Nice, nice. I'm definitely trying this recipe out. Definitely trying it out. Okay, nice. So we just stir fry. What exactly is the goal here? What are we trying to do?
I'm adding
The vegetable and... Okay. So is there a particular texture you
Yes.
should be looking out for?
yes. So I don't want any.
Don't want any lumps. So we just make sure we break down all the lumps into, yeah. Yeah, and of course the oil also help it stay single. And then we put all of the stir-fried stuff back into the pot. Oh, that looks good. Love it. And we already put our chicken on the side into the vegetable mix as well. So yeah, and then we brought it out. So that's all seasoned and sauced up. Oh, that looks good. Really looks good. And
This
I
chili
love.
flakes is optional.
Okay.
It's a choice.
If you're Nigerian,
It's
if you like
optional.
problems, you can have some more chili flakes. Amazing. Love it. Love. Of course, it gives you that kick, right? Especially since the weather is getting drier, and I think some people are having the flu here and there. So the pepper will help you, you know, help you shock that's cold. Oh, it looks good. Smells good. I guess it's definitely going to have a bowl today. Oh, amazing. Thank
Don't
you.
love it is.
Not right now. Let's, let's not. You know me, I like my own. I do. Don't worry, we'll get to that soon enough, all right? Thank you for staying with us. 1 hour's down. It is the top of the hour. We'll be going on a break, but we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Once again, we say good morning, you beautiful people. Well, we hope that you guys are feeling charged up after our first 1 hour here for Wake Up Nigeria.
Yeah, that's right. This Monday morning is all about embracing the week with having in mind the fact that it's the holiday season, right? It is already here.
Absolutely. So you want to get out your checklist and check off your 2023 blessings. And please, like I said from before, make sure that we're one of those blessings that you're checking out. As, hey, we've been here back to back, giving you a perfect dose of everything fun every single day, every single month throughout the entire year.
Blessing you with our essence, yeah? So whether you're heading to work, planning a big meeting, or maybe just setting up for a lazy day, do Wake Up Nigeria is definitely always here to guide your day to make it extraordinary.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Now, inside the kitchen, you guys have been very busy, and you said something that smell that you actually, that kind of like gets you into that
Christmas
mood.
mood. I think it comes from carrots. Yes,
I
frying
didn't
carrots.
think about that, but each time there's an event or something, that's the smell.
That's the
and
smell.
if it's carrots, then that's it. Wow. I don't know, Tizzy, do you agree?
Yes, indeed. A lot
carrots,
of
isn't
people
it?
are looking for an alternative to fried rice. Couscous is a very, very good alternative to fried rice.
Yeah.
It's extremely healthy. It's also more affordable than rice in the market. So please.
That's most important.
I think I've just done a public service announcement for all the rice traders. Please reduce your price now, John. Now.
Not gonna be that easy.
Please.
In any case, my name is Mazino Appeal, and of course, she is Winfrey Agbeleshe.
Yeah,
Got that right, yeah?
Yes, you
Our goal is to
No, really, but
make sure that this hour you're powered up for a Monday that's ahead of you. It's gonna be a very light one. I'm assuming.
Yes, of course. Make sure you keep the energy going by tuning in live through our mobile app available on Google and Play Store, of course.
And if you're in Nigeria, you're on channel 16 on GOTV. Thank you very much. 49 is the alternative for UHF. 121 is that one on StarTimes. And let's even connect more on social media. At TVC Connect is where to go look for our handles. And make sure you're following us across all the social media platforms, on YouTube especially as well. All the content in here is going to be chopped up and put on there. So if you have the notification button clicked, congratulations, you'll be notified each time they go up just for you.
He speaks like a robot, doesn't he?
I know, Siri.
Does he? We definitely have an incredible lineup still here for you for the next 45 minutes. Inspiring gets expert advice and lots of sparkle to brighten up your day.
Absolutely, that's right. Whether you're at home or whether you're in the office or whether you're on your way, just keep it there and make sure it's all positive all the way. Get ready for some empowerment because this hour we've got something very special for you, especially when it comes to motivations. Let's let you guys know what is going to be coming your way right now. You want to begin? Tell them what we have.
Okay, I think we have some. You've done the football thing,
Yeah,
right?
we've done football already,
course,
so
but
we
we
have
have,
motivation now.
Yeah, motivation.
Dr. Odabo Ojumudu, let me
Yeah.
help you out there. He's a passionate speaker, trainer, and also coach with enormous interest in building sustainable businesses that deliver value through a committed workforce. Well, today we're going to be talking about transitioning from your current position professionally and the right way to make that leap.
All right, so this is the period where everyone wants to do their Christmas hair. So what Christmas hair are we doing, Winnie? What are we doing?
To be honest, for the first time, I don't know.
You don't know which Christmas hair you're doing? I think we
And to think of, I work on a hair shuttle.
Really?
I really don't know.
You don't have anything for it?
Why are you looking at me?
Why?
What do you want him to do?
Have you planned? No. You have to be involved now. Your wife is going to say, I want to do Christmas hair for your daughter.
Well, she doesn't.
And she doesn't really?
No.
She doesn't?
No, we don't celebrate
Seriously?
Christmas, remember?
He doesn't celebrate Christmas.
I'm surprised.
But then again, I have a regular schedule every 2 weeks, so it's not.
Yeah.
And for guys, we really don't have that much of a to do.
Well, our producer does.
Well, yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Would like to call out somebody. Our very interesting producer and director, Mr. Olamide Oshafa, walked into the studio like a Big Brother reject sometime last week.
I thought that was limited to men's table or black table.
Black table.
He
What
has
about
his-
that table? Don't be doing
He has
that
his
on
new hair done, and it's like he's competing for a place on air on
just
Wake Up
say that.
Nigeria.
Have you ever considered
Mr.
having a
Oshofa?
twist done? Though?
I would like to say this.
Sofa is
I would like to
an
say this.
inspiration.
Olamide,
Hair game.
You-
His hair game is always on point.
yeah,
Fashion too, I'll say that one.
fantastic. You're a great guy. It's okay. Let's come. Let's do weather. Let's do weather.
You can take a few cues from that.
Well,
Mazzy,
Olamide,
why not try with you?
I will
Twist.
I will try it, but I'm setting out a challenge to any hair expert out there.
What?
If you think you can work with this, anything alternative, special, let's do it live on the air. I'm
Really?
willing
I
to
can
Do
help.
your
I can
hair
help
on
you.
air?
Yes.
We could do
Can I
some-
dye it gold?
anything. I'm willing. Let's do it.
Really?
Let's do it. I accept your challenge. Let's do it. Olamide, I accept your challenge.
Wow.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Maybe before the end of the show, we'll drag Olamide in here just so that everybody sees what we're talking about. But with all of that, let's do the weather. Let's get on with the next half of the show. And you're welcome. It's time for the news again this hour. We begin once again in the world's, or rather nation's capital, where the 64th ordinary session of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of States and Government held, with President Bola Tinubu calling on the West African leaders to prioritize good governance and collective prosperity as an essential tool to prevent military takeovers of power and also unconstitutional changes of government in the region. Meanwhile, at the end of the session, ECOWAS authorities of heads of state and government have instructed the ECOWAS Commission to intensify consultations with member states in order to finalize a draft revised supplementary protocol on democracy and good governance in the region. TVC's Foreign Affairs correspondent Moya Thomas reports.
The 64th ordinary session of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government has opened in Abuja, with 6 presidents in attendance. Others were represented, including Niger, that had a former prime minister in attendance. ECOWAS at the opening session acknowledged the many challenges of the region, but reiterates its zero tolerance for unconstitutional change of government.
While the imposition of punitive sanctions may pose challenges, it is important to underscore that the struggle to protect the fundamental liberties of our community, citizens, must be upheld and respected.
We have maintained our firm stance on zero tolerance to unconstitutional change of government in our community. Despite pressures from different quarters, we have kept up with your decision on the Republic of Niger and engaged on the terms that you set out for us.
President Bola Tinubu urged presidents of the region to prioritize good governance for the people, as it is a catalyst for development and an opportunity to tackle the root causes of military intervention. He also called for increased humanitarian support.
To harness the potential of our rich natural and human resources, diverse agricultural sector, and burgeoning youthful population for the prosperity of our people. Indeed, the collective market of ECOWAS member states represent huge opportunity for trade and investment to unlock the region's full economic potential.
ECOWAS recognized successful elections in the region and especially commended the sportsmanship of President George Weah with a rousing ovation.
At this stage, please give him a standing ovation.
The chairman of the region says President Weah's concession of defeat points to his commitment to democracy. Events in Sierra Leone and Guinea-Bissau were also condemned by the regional leaders as the representatives of the United Nations expressed concerns over the situation in Niger.
It is important that first, the commitment to invest more, along with AU and ECOWAS, to promote democracy, robust response, deepening democracy, and assuring collective security. Two message is that we must together intensify collaboration, coordination, consultation to address the prevalence of unconstitutional changes of government.
UNOWAS also says obstruction of education through thousands of closed schools in the region is deeply worrying. The United Nations and the African Union has expressed confidence in the leadership of ECOWAS to steer it out of its current political troubles. Moya Thomas, TVC News, Abuja.
Outside Nigeria now, over 300 Rohingya refugees have arrived on the coast of Aceh province in Indonesia after weeks of drifting across the sea from Bangladesh. The emaciated survivors, children, women and men, told of running out of supplies and of fearing death at sea as they landed on the unwelcoming shores of the villages of Pidi and Aceh Besar in the pre-dawn hours of Sunday morning. A group of 180 refugees arrived by boat at 3 a.m. local time on the beach in the Pidi Regency of Aceh province. The second boat carrying 135 refugees landed in the neighboring Aceh Besar Regency hours later after being adrift at sea for more than a month, while a third boat is still missing. And that's all for the news. The second hour here for Wake Up Nigeria. Stay tuned. It's still packed.
Good morning. Welcome back. It's time for us to take our motivation segment. Now, motivation has become more and more important, especially when it comes to this time of the year. A lot of people going through a lot of different things and also trying to make a lot of changes in their lives. And one of those key changes is probably a change of career or change of job. Right now, we're about to have a sit-down with Dr. Odabo Ejimodo. He is a passionate speaker, trainer, and coach with an enormous interest in building sustainable businesses that deliver value. And it's all about being committed and having a fulfilled workforce. Today, let's talk about transitioning from your current professional position and the right way to make that move. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Titi. Good to be here.
Yeah, end of the year is when everybody's thinking, okay, so next year, what am I going to be doing? Am I going to be in the same position? If I don't get this promotion by, the end of this year, what's next? Yeah. You probably have this conversation with quite a few of your team. Talk to us about what the steps are that we need to take.
Yeah, thanks, Titi, for that question. I really can relate with this because I used to be there several times over my career when I was a doctor, moving to corporate, in the different corporate companies I've worked for. But one thing stands out for me. Most times, people resign out of anger. Oh. Like, I'm done with this, I'm done, I'm out of the new year, new me, and all that. Good and fine, but that's the biggest mistake you can make. Don't resign suddenly, don't resign out of anger. Most important thing is planning, right? What do you really want? I'm all about long term. That's the kind of purpose thing people talk about. Okay. If you decide what you really want, that helps you create a plan. It could be a 3-month plan, a 6-month plan. Okay. And I remember vividly, the same time, several years ago, I was desperate. I wanted to resign from my job. My wife and a close friend of mine said, no, you are not ready. Right? Objectively.
Well, your wife would definitely tell you that now. Your wife, a wife generally would be like, okay, Oga, calm down, no. We have school fees, calm down, no. Yes. We have rent, calm down, no. Yes. We're supposed to travel next month.
Yes, that was the main thing. Financially, I wasn't ready, right? Even though I felt, man, opportunities out there, I wasn't ready. So you have to look at it objectively. How much do you have? Can it sustain you over 6 months, 1 year? Yeah. So with that, I paused. Okay. And I made a 6-month plan. Okay. And at 6 months, I now changed. I moved on. So that's one of the major things I actually recommend.
Okay, so now depending on the type of job you have, there are probably even some, I don't want to use the term restrictions, as to how you can leave a workplace.
Yes.
There's a process.
Yes.
There is, what do they call it?
30 days notice.
30 days notice. Then there's clearance.
Yes.
Right? So when you talk about transitioning from one job to another, those sort of things come to play as well,
Yes,
right?
correct, they do. So yes, depending on where you work, you have to follow the due process. Some places, it's 3 months, especially at the C-suite level.
Okay.
You have to do that. But most times, depending, many people just leave. I'm not interested. That's it. Send a mail. I'm done. Those things burn bridges along the way. And also, sometimes you need a referral or recommendation from such companies when you leave. You don't want to be going back begging, please give me. So make it as smooth as possible. You never know where you need someone's help along the way.
Okay.
So I advise keep relationships open, keep it good, keep it cordial. Yeah.
So now I hear quite a lot of rumblings of people wanting to change career based on the fact that there are a lot of career paths that 5 years ago were relevant. But according to what we see on social media, even on the news, they're saying some of these positions might not be relevant down the line.
Yes.
I'm talking about maybe finding something in the tech space or IT space. I don't know. Have you had those kinds of conversations recently?
Yeah, I've had those kind of conversations. And it's the bandwagon effect, right? It's good, all good and fine. But also, I'm also be wary that don't always jump into what everyone else is doing.
Okay.
Like the fintech space opened up. It was like a bubble. And over a while, it doesn't seem so relevant in some spaces anymore. Be sure where you're going to is relevant. Most importantly, understand what you're getting into. Many people will jump in and jump out almost at the same time, but you've already lost the gig you had before. So be sure you invest in yourself to learn the skills and requirements needed. Not just skill, but also network. Do you have the right network for the place you're going to? So those are a few things that you must consider.
So you use the term jumping, what you said. I know a few people, Mazino, that have jumped into different spaces a few times. And when we were starting our careers, we were advised not to make those kinds of moves. It was said that it wasn't advisable to, just jump here and jump there. But he's doing great now. Mazino's doing great. He's having the time of his life here at Wake Up Nigeria. I'm just using him as an example.
Yeah.
He's been able to come out on top of that. But it might not work for everybody.
Yes. Yeah, it's a good point, valid point. And I kind of balance everything. There's risk and there's safety. But if you are sure this is something you want to go into, yes, but plan your risk. How much can you lose? How much can you get? But be sure that what you're getting out of it is better than what you're going to lose out.
Are you talking about financially now?
Financially, skills, reward, everything. Because sometimes people move from different industries. I have a friend, FMCG. I was in FMCG, medical devices, pharma. I've moved around a bit, and it all helped me. When I wanted to move too, I also people told me, don't move. It's not the right time to move. But a mentor or a coach will help you see what you're not seeing and say, okay, do this. This is good for you. Go and do this MBA here. It's good for you. That guides you. So you're not just doing things randomly. Yeah.
I was actually going to ask about the place of education in all this. Now, a lot of these courses, online or not, they get quite expensive, especially if you're advancing in your career. And, you want to make a change into another field, maybe because it's more relevant, but you don't know what these people are doing in this IT space. So what are they really doing there? So where is the place of education in all this?
It's very important. It's critical, right? Education could be free. YouTube has loads of stuff. I mean, YouTube is like my best friend. Loads of stuff you get for YouTube, then apart from the other paid courses. It's very important. Even, it's like gives you a first feel of how to be going into that industry. Are you sure you want to do this? You go through it, you don't understand half of what they are saying. You do this for 1 month, 2 months. You know you're going to struggle, right? So why take that leap? Figure out what niche you want to go into and get someone to tell you this is level 1, level 2. And then you could find the area that fits you.
Yeah. All right. So the only other one I'm going to talk about now is the issue of Japa. So a lot of people have decided to change career paths because they want to relocate. And you have people that probably even have a master's in some sort of subject, just taking a master's and another one just to fit into another career path abroad. Now, this has a lot of effect on an average person, mentally. and of course on families. Have you actually advised for or against in this area? Yes, you want to jackpot, you want to travel, taking another course. What's your opinion on that?
Well, it's there's no right or wrong answer. Everyone literally has to decide their fate. But I would advise objectively, are you sure this is what you want to do?
Okay.
Are you doing it because everyone is doing it, the bandwagon effect? Have you planned 1, 2, 3 years? Yes, we pray a lot. We are very spiritual. Yeah. But be sure this is something, an industry you want to get into. And you've shown competence in it a bit. Because you go there 1 year, you've done your master's program, and it's done. After that, what next, right? You start floating in limbo. If you can plan at least 1, 2 years out, it's good. It's good. I know people have gone and made it, but I know people who have gone also haven't made it too. So it's really a choice that you have to come to.
All right, then I have to say thank you to you once again for joining us and giving us a little bit of insight into what is out there. With regards career changes, we'd love to know your thoughts and opinions as well. Use our hashtag WakeupNigeria on TVC and let us know what you think.
You're welcome. It's time for our final guest. It's the SME segment here. And today we have Afolabi Bamidele in the house here today. He is the founder of Delect Technologies. It's an electronics engineering company. He studied in Yaba at Yaba College. He graduated in 2018. And today we're going to be taking a look at a world of installations for alternative power. And maybe we could take a leaf from that profession in case we want to jump ship, like we heard from inside of our motivation segment. Afolabi, you are welcome. Good to have you here, man.
Thank you very much. 2018,
2023, that's just 5 years since after you graduated.
Definitely.
Have you bought your first car yet?
Oh, coming in. Coming in.
Well, I'm using that as a measure to measure what it's like in your profession. Is it that big a business? Are people switching to alternative power? Is that the only thing you guys do at Delect?
No. We're into design of electronics. And also, we do consultation, and people call us to consult them on how they use the power, how they manage the power. So,
when you say design of electronics now, what exact kind?
Okay, you imagine what you need a design, and you give us an imagination. Oh, I imagine this, and this. We'll bring it down into proper design planning, and we do our proper circuit design, and we give you a prototype.
Okay.
To test run it.
Okay, so if I had a structure or building a house and I wanted I had specific need for the kind of electronics that I want to go around, routed through each other and all of that. You design that entire process, is that what you're saying?
Sure. Okay. No, we have this, what is right now, what people use now is we call something smart home.
Smart home, exactly.
Yeah, something smart home. No, just controlling your home gadgets, everything.
TV, your air conditioning,
everything. Yes, using your smartphone.
Using your smartphone, or what they call them, Alexa, and all of that.
Definitely,
you
get it.
Put all that together. So that's the design that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Not everybody can do that because you actually have to have your entire system routed into one place. And onward, like so. So Nigerians are coming to that. We're beginning to do this.
Yeah.
It's a luxurious thing, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
It is. So your customers are, guys that are.
Yeah, we're trying to bring it down to the low class people, individual, like not only the high class.
The high class. Okay, let's bring it down to my level now. Okay. So if I wanted to route my generator, because I hate going outside, especially when it's nighttime, to go put it on. That's something that you also do as well.
Definitely.
I can start my generator from the convenience of my bedroom without stepping outside.
Definitely, yeah.
How do you do that? Is this from everything you learned, or did it take a bit of passion and a bit of academics?
I would take that word, passion.
Passion.
Yeah. When you have passion,
wizard.
when you have passion for things, and you go extra mile. Nothing will bring you down, tie you down. So, passion is that key.
It's very key.
Yeah, okay. Right from my childhood, I saw my father do things because he's a chartered engineer.
Okay.
So those things amaze me, like wow. So I have to go into this. That's it.
Oh, that's very interesting. But for people who actually may have that passion, but not the same kind of academic background that you have, is it possible for them to still advance into this kind of profession? Is it?
Sure, definitely.
How do they even begin?
Yeah, it's about decision making, and we give one-on-one training, and also we always advise them, don't wait for us to give everything. we're in the era of social media, YouTube. You can also go online to learn more.
Okay.
So YouTube is there.
That's interesting. So when you set up the Elect, was it a one-man thing, or you had a group of people, angel investors, or maybe I asked my father for some? This is a chartered engineer. How did you start? How can anyone out there also start this kind of a business?
Oh, I would say I started as an individual, and currently I have people that comes in, to join the team.
Okay.
And so we have a different team.
Partner, and you also train.
Definitely, yeah. Like currently, not even currently, the late don't stand alone. We partner with a company called SEC Technologies.
Okay.
SEC Innovation Technologies.
Nice.
So yeah, so they are in the one. They are in charge of the applications we use. The writer application, the iOS and Android application, and also do some embedded programming.
Nice.
So
okay, all right. So I have a predicament at home. It's a dilemma. My daughter watches foreign movies all the time, and then it's like, Siri, turn out the bed lights, or Siri, do this. So she's asking me that why can't we do that in our home? And I'm like, okay, this is small money. What would it cost a person, myself, to fit my home? You design it and all, and get it smartphone ready, or like we have in these times. How much would it cost? Home smart.
Yeah.
Make my home smart. How much would it cost me?
It don't cost too much. We have different ready-made designed hardware there. You just convert what you're using to smart home.
But you see, you missed the question. How much?
How much? It don't cost too much. Just depend.
For me, it would be good if we knew exactly, like give us a range, because everybody's like wondering, like, okay, so he's talking, perhaps not. But if we had the detail, maybe it would be something that would start to save toward, no matter how extravagant it might seem.
Okay, let's say just a room to automate your room.
Yeah.
It will cost you max, let's say 50,000.
50,000?
Yeah.
Wow, well then that's something that every man should be able to at least aspire to do now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't make you lazy in any way, does it?
Yeah.
Automating your entire living space, does it? It doesn't? It does? Well, that would be grand. But what would that take? What kind of equipment or devices would one have to purchase? Would I have to purchase something outrageously extra to be able to automate my home?
Yeah. The basic things you need to automate your home, like we have a smart home device that's connected to a wireless home router, so in which that wireless home has been connected to, to internet. So anywhere you are, you can just control. You just communicate with it. Yeah.
All right. So there's something else that you guys do, and that's the solar system installations.
Yeah.
Now, I'm seeing that a lot of people are beginning to go solar, but I'm wondering whether they are absolutely off the grid. As an expert, first off, is it possible for one to be absolutely off the grid and, tell NEPA that, bye, peace out? And at what cost would that come?
Yeah.
Can I run my refrigerator and freezer using solar, for instance?
Sure.
Now, how much, at what cost?
Sure. Now, when most of our clients or our new clients ask us, I want to have an inverter, what will it cost us? We ask them, first thing, what are your basic loads? Don't just tell me you need an inverter. Probably you might just say, no, I just need a fan and light and this and that. No, many people will cover, I want to turn on the whole 3-bedroom flat with ACs. Now, what we do for people is this. Not giving you inverter itself. We'll give you a proper breakdown on how to manage it. Now, what costs most in inverter as a whole is the battery. That's the battery bank. And if we could cost that everything for you to run your system 24 hours on the battery bank or on all your loads, that's huge. So what we'll tell you, your freezer can only be on your inverter for like, say 6 hours. Starting from like 9 a.m. to, let's say, 4 p.m. That's okay for a freezer, no? And we do tell them that what we do for you, we get you a scheduler. And that's where SEC Innovations comes in. So he write the software for us. We design. So we build a scheduler for you. Don't need to go there to turn it off by yourself.
It's all automated?
It's all automated.
Wow.
So the scheduler controls your freezers, your fridge, and
timing when they come on.
Yeah. So what we now do is for you is to get more panels.
Okay.
Instead of buying more battery,
You buy more panels.
Buy more panels so that the panel will generate more.
So I see what you're doing there. That's where that word design comes in.
Yeah.
I'm buying more panels so that my freezers might work using solar directly and
Definitely.
not the batteries.
Not the batteries. Yes, your battery can only that's so you saving your battery.
It prolongs the life of the
overnight.
battery,
Yeah.
first of all. And then I have more, stored energy.
Yeah. To
doesn't
serve you
go to my
overnight. Yeah.
freezers. That's very interesting. Well, not many people will do this or know this, or not many people in your field will actually give these kinds of advice. And that's where I see the consultation come in.
Yeah. So even currently we offer free consultation installation.
Free stuff here. Free stuff, everybody.
I've been so busy over the weekend. It was people are coming in asking, requesting for what's our brand. Our promo starts the 4th of December, and we're going to end that 31st of January next year. So we have a lot of people.
That's grand. That's grand. For anybody who wants to go into this business, maybe with your academic background, setting up would take them like how much do you think?
Setting up like, you mean?
Business now. If I want to start this business, if I want to start, if I have the training maybe from you guys, and I'm like, yes, I'm going on my own, I need to start up. How much do I need to have in hand to begin that?
Starting up in what way?
The business itself.
Business to
Yes.
be as a vendor.
Exactly, like you. Or maybe.
It depends on your budget. And first thing you need to know, you need to work on how to get customers. And one thing is this: your brand must be effective, and people must have assurance about your brand. You can't just say I'm selling this, and you sell it to them tomorrow. They come back. This thing is not working. It's not good. No, but you need to be well assured, and giving them good warranty. So all what we sell and install, like the inverters are with 2 years warranty.
Oh, nice.
Some are 1 year's warranty. Then the battery, because what we install most right now is lithium-ion batteries, and which lasts for 10 years.
I also have to acknowledge the fact that you're an engineer and that you went to school for all of this, so it might take a world of training to actually get to that point to be able to say, I want to start my own business. So maybe the first thing is, let me just come and train under you.
No problem. Yeah,
there we go. Afolabi, it's been grand having you here.
Yeah.
To see that your business is thriving, and we hope to see more of you. And I'm hoping that maybe you come over to my place and try and help me automate that thing for my daughter.
Sure.
At 50,000 naira only.
Why not? Why not?
Thank you. And thank you also for staying tuned. There's still one thing we have left to do on this show, and that's Inside the Kitchen. So why don't you join us inside of the kitchen right now? Let's find out what the ladies have been up to all morning, and let's give it a taste.
All right, then. So for those of you searching for us on social media, we are now TVC Entertainment _ if you're looking for us on Instagram. It's been a long time coming.
Yes,
but
indeed.
we are TVC Entertainment.
Find us easier. It's that easy right now.
Yes, of course. Welcome into the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen, sir. Okay, so I've had Chef Tiflo here with us, and she's been hard at work all morning, right here in the kitchen, putting this together for you.
Yeah.
Now, in front of you, we have couscous and vegetables.
I don't say that's not rice.
Tell us.
It's not rice, no.
Tell us
It's not rice.
what we have in there.
have couscous, chicken,
Interesting.
red pepper, yellow,
Yellow pepper, green pepper, red.
garlic, spring
Onion.
and chicken.
Chicken.
Yeah, that's good.
So we'd like for you to try it out and let us know exactly what you think about it.
All right. All right.
This is an alternative for rice, is it?
It is a good alternative to rice. A healthier and more affordable.
Wow.
You like it?
People never really know what to expect from couscous.
Yeah.
It's cooked differently though. You don't have to boil it all the way down. You just soak it in hot water like Gary, sort of.
Yes.
Yeah.
There is stock water, maybe chicken stock or beef stock.
Yeah.
So you can use any of the protein of your choice.
Chicken, shrimp.
Yes, any protein.
Yeah.
You like that, sir? Definitely.
Have you tasted before?
Wow, this is my first time tasting.
Always something new here on Wake Up Nigeria. Well, thank you to everybody who chose here to start their week. Well, you've chosen well. Make sure that you stay through all the way till the end of the week, where it's great entertainment coming your way every single morning from 7 a.m. with the lots that you find here. We might change our chef once or twice. Tifla, you come back tomorrow.
Yeah. Are you chasing her?
I'm not chasing.
Yeah. Tiflo, don't worry. Tiflo will still give you your own machine. Don't worry.
Thank you very much, guys. Let's say once again, have a great week ahead and make sure 2023 is ending off on the right note. Remember now, reconnect, reconciliate, and what's the other one?
Yeah, it starts with R.
Jaye.
Just Jaye. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.